Good morning, everyone. Today, before I start with the grind and before I start with doing some office works, I'm actually going out to do some deliveries. When I was taking my breakfast, I was thinking of the recent typhoon, five typhoons that entered our country. And also, I thought about the post of some of you, my friends, and those shared posts that I got from from some of your posts. Now, I was thinking that we Filipinos always associate our religiosity with all these crazy things that's going around, especially these months that there are many catastrophic events, calamities that's entering our country. There's nothing wrong with being religious. There's nothing wrong with praying to our God, whatever your faith is. But here's my point. If we will compare our country, the Philippines, is a very religious country, with the progressive ones, the first world countries, such as I have two countries in mind, Japan and the Netherlands. Now, what did I think about Japan? Because I believe it's a Buddhist country. Now, they don't just rely and depend on their religious belief or their faith. Maybe some of them are even agnostic or, let's say, atheists. They don't believe in God. But they live in a country with so many calamities, especially earthquakes. So they would always experience earthquakes. And of course, they are also, like the Philippines, in an island country where they also experience a lot of typhoons. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because what they did to resolve and to mitigate the effect of all these destructive natural disasters is to build structures. They made policies and laws that would require all the buildings to be built in such a way that is resistant to earthquakes, and also they built a lot of structures within their near the seas that would prevent the surge from entering the communities. And same as with the Netherlands, their country, I think, is 1/3 below sea level. So that's the reason why they have this windmill. The purpose of that actually is to take the water from the submerged part of the land and then put it back into the sea. And so they built these massive structures to prevent the waves or the water from the sea to come into the communities. It would protect the communities from floodwaters. And they were very successful about that. We have to give credit and we have to really admire the Dutch, the people of Netherlands, for making ways, doing ways in order for them to be resilient and to be to not experience the effects of the calamitous events or destructive events brought about by nature. Now, comparing that with the Philippines, what do? We would normally call on to our God, and it's okay. It would actually give us the encouragement, especially for those who are experiencing distress. It would actually give us the strength of heart, especially that if you are experiencing this discouragement. But one thing that I would like to emphasize is that as we keep our faith, we should also remember to do collective ways in order for us to be prepared, such as building structures that would make sure that whenever these typhoons come, we are prepared. We will not be worried because our houses might be blown away, or making sure not to allow the communities to be built near a river that would surge up. Or if the communities are already there, then let's hold our government officials accountable to really build structures that would strongly protect the people from the surge of the swelling of the rivers, or the storm surge, or anything that would affect the livelihood and the houses of the people living near a certain natural terrain that would that would affect the people when natural calamities occur, such as typhoons. Now, I would like to end this video by saying that yes, we have to keep our faith, but we also have to be practical in approaching our problems when it comes to the disasters that are happening around us. Number one, we as citizens must have a collective effort helping each other to contribute on our small ways in order for us to build a better community, a resilient community with structures put in place to help us not experience any destructive effects of the power of natural disasters. Number two is to hold our government officials accountable. This is not the time for us to worship politicians. We should never do hero worship, because it will just give them the sense of privilege, the sense of entitlement that, oh, I cannot be touched because people are admiring me. That's a bullshit. We have to admire them for if they will do good, but we have to hold them accountable if they know that there is something remiss, or they have done something incompetent, or something that is putting at risk the lives of many people, of many Filipinos. So my fellow Filipinos, I really encourage for all of us to help one another, to hold hand in hand, to cooperate, and to help the government, help the community, to show our collective effort that we are not just giving criticism to our leaders, but also we are sharing our part. We are contributing our part for the for a more resilient Filipino. Thank you.